Welcome to the We Cool Game podcast. Episode 31, the Halloween edition. It's with a few of my nearest and dearest friends.
I thought you were going to say another word that begins with N, but go on.
Myself, Joseph Carpe Diem, putting in work from the AM to the PM, normal.
Joshua Vino here. Let's go. Let's get it.
Obviously, moderator.
Richard Woo. Oh, yeah. You don't say your own name, do you? That's jokes. All right, cool. Let's get it, fam. It's been 2 weeks into the season. All the favourites are 3-3. It's inquest into all of them. Start with the Bucks. I just think it's not a big deal.
Yeah, I don't think it's a big
I don't
deal.
think it's a big deal with them.
They're still partying.
Yeah, still partying a bit, you know.
Yeah, definitely still partying.
They beat the Nets. They got battered by Miami. They lost to the Spurs.
They beat the Spurs. They lost to the Timberwolves.
They beat the Spurs last night.
Yeah.
They lost to Timberwolves, and I watched the game against the Timberwolves. Timberwolves led the whole game. Anthony Edwards is the truth. I'm buying into that stock right now.
Yes.
Right now, I'm buying into it.
They beat the Spurs, and they lost to the Mavs.
I think they'll be all right. Last year, they were the what seed? The 3 or 2?
What team is that?
Yeah, 3.
Milwaukee.
3. No, 2.
Yeah, they were the second seed. It was,
no, they were the third seed. I think
it was,
the Nets
yeah,
were
it
the
was
second
Philly.
seed.
It was Philly first,
Yeah,
Bucks
yeah,
second,
yeah.
then the Nets.
Yeah, they were the third seed last
Yeah.
season, I think. But Miami's looking really good. That's
5
something
and
to
1, yeah.
that's something to watch out for them.
Tyler Hero's balling.
I'm not worried about them.
Giannis is balling.
Defensively, the Heat are mad though.
Yeah. Actually, I don't know. Because you know what? When Kyle Lowry is not asked to do too
Nah,
much,
this Heat
he can
team-
he'll actually surprise you.
Like this Heat team slightly reminds of the Toronto team.
Nah, but they ain't got a Kawhi.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying though, but they ain't got a Kawhi though.
Like they have Jimmy Butler.
He's
they have
not
Kyle
a
Lowry,
Col-
they have Bam Adebayo.
I like Jimmy
It
Butler.
reminds me more of
They have,
the Pistons, the old school ones.
They have what's his name as well. This guy, the PJ Tucker as well. So
Like they got a few vets, but I can't lie as much. I love Jimmy Butler, but if he's the best player on your team, there's a ceiling as to how far you can go.
I can't lie. It's the first time in a long time. But I'm looking at the East. The East. I'm thinking might be slightly a little bit more tastier than the West this time round. Unless, but then again, I think it's only really the Lakers and Golden State out of the West. But that's just me in it. So I find that pretty boring. But the East is looking like because Chicago started 5-1.
Yeah.
One of my sleepers. So did Washington. They're not going to be about, but that's one of my sleepers again. Shout out Kyle Kuzma averaging a double-double, 15 and 11 rebounds. Never rebounded the ball like that. Why? Because he's learned how to fit in a role and he knows what you have to do, different things apart from scoring to help your team win. That's what he learned all those years with LeBron and AD being the sideman. That's what happens. And
Yes.
now he's ready to, go and play for a good team in Washington, a good energetic team. They're playoff bound, definitely. Shout out to them.
Do you know what I do like about Kyle Kuzma? Yeah, he has the ego of someone who's the best player on the team. Like I genuinely think
Because he's dropped 40 in 3 quarters before and stuff. He knows that, if you tell him that, just go out there and score
Yeah, should give him the green light.
and give him the green light, he'll go get buckets.
Yeah, I hear that. But again, being on the team with LeBron, you have to know how to affect the game in other ways. So
It's effective enough to win a championship. But moving on from the Bucks then, so we all think that that's not a problem for them.
yeah, they're calm. I think they might make it to the finals.
Lakers,
Lakers.
3-3. Go on, you lot. Hit me with it.
Oh, we need to
To
have
be fair, bro missed a couple games. Russ stepped up.
I would,
I'm not gonna lie, Russ
Against the
did step up.
Spurs.
Can I
Yeah,
offer-
watched that game.
can I offer congratulations? Can I do that?
Go on.
I would like to send out my congratulations to Mr. Russell Westbrook.
Wait. Just before that, Melo was balling as well.
Melo was balling. We'll get to him. We'll get to him. But I would like to congratulate Mr. Russell Westbrook for averaging a quadruple double.
He doesn't average a quadruple double.
He put up a quadruple double in the game.
Yeah, that doesn't mean he averages one. He put
What?
one up.
What
in the
did he
game,
put up?
innit?
What did he put up? What did he put up?
It's like 19.
I've got to check. I'm like,
He had 10 turnovers, innit?
Why are you saying that disgruntled? That's something to celebrate, no?
No, because I can't lie, bro. It's different. Watching Russ every 1.5, 2 weeks when he plays for someone else. And literally watching him every night is just like, bro, calm the hell down sometimes, bro. Like, you're actually a dunce.
Russ is
cool, innit?
Russ
I've
is,
seen it, innit? Yeah, he's a dunce.
you know, Russ is actually a Tasmanian devil. That's actually
So all 100 miles an
100
hour.
miles an hour every day.
I don't think he's played that bad, though, to be honest. On the whole, I think there's a lot of adjusting to do. And I predicted we'd be about 500. And we have a lot of easy games, so I think we'll pick up some wins. And have you seen Carmelo Anthony? You were saying we shouldn't pick up and is washed and stuff. I told you what would happen if he came here. Averaging 15, got 28 in a game, got 24 in a game. Those 2 games, he saved the Lakers. You gonna apologize?
No. No. It's 5 games into the season. I'm not even worried about Melo, to be fair. You have to worry about that Tasmanian.
Russ
That
has
Tasmanian.
played 12 games with 10 plus turnovers.
In his career?
Yeah.
Oh. He averages like 4 for his career, innit? We went through that on another episode, innit? Where it was just like, yeah, he averaged like 4. Look, he's going to turn the ball over, innit? But I've seen some positive things. That, apart from one game, it was the second game after, it was the game where they,
Was it a preseason game?
no, the game where they lost the 25-point lead.
Oh, yeah.
He was 2 for 8 from 3. I don't need to see all that. That's what I was saying. It doesn't need to happen. Stop that. As soon as it gets to 1 of 5, kill it, innit? Kill it for the day. But the other day in the win, he was 1 for 1 and attacking the basket, getting to the cup, posting up smaller guards.
Oh, yeah. As a Lakers fan, can I ask you, are you worried about the Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard situation that happened on the bench?
No. I'd be more worried if they hadn't played together before. But I was actually watching that game. And literally when it happened, I was just like, yeah, we're not winning this game now. Like, they're X.
That was looking very
That
well.
was the game against the Suns, right, innit?
Yeah.
The one against the Suns. Yeah. I was just like, yeah, it's over. It's over for this game. And then they ended up down by 30 at a point. And then, yeah, I would have been more worried if they hadn't been on the same team and won a championship before. I was more surprised at Anthony Davis being that aggressive. And it was just like, Anthony Davis, like, don't let the smiling fool you. I think Dwight Howard would batter you.
Yeah. For real.
But that's just me.
I don't know. I don't know. I was thinking, I didn't think Anthony Davis had that in him. And if
He's
he
played well this season.
if he thinks that's leadership though, that's not it.
It can be.
It can't. Nah.
It can be.
Exactly, bro.
The way he stepped to him,
There's a time Brown did
the way he stepped to him, he stepped to him as if he was gonna punch him up. Let's can we keep it 100? You don't.
No, Dwight stood up and then he held him like,
Yeah.
bruv, don't do that. It was one of those.
You can't step to Dwight like that, fam. If someone stepped to you like, listen,
There's a time Brown
you
did
can't do
as
that.
well,
That's wild,
during his Miami days.
To Mario Chalmers.
Yeah.
fam.
He was gonna fist him up. you know.
Okay, that's Mario Chalmers though.
He was gonna
Respectfully,
fist him up. I think Mario Chalmers, he said something along the lines of, you're supposed to be the star, stop crying like a bitch. It's like, fam.
The Brown stood up.
Yeah, it was just like,
What'd you say?
and
Yeah,
then
but-
after there's a clip of him apologizing because, yeah, I'm sorry though, because this campus here will try and do to you, nigga. Don't ever embarrass me like that again. You gonna be out of this league in 3 years. And then he was, we ain't seen Mario Chalmers again. We haven't though. I think he's in the big 3. I ain't seen Mario Chalmers for time. And Mario Chalmers ain't dead. He can defend, can shoot, can take big threes, but I guess you don't say that to LeBron, innit? Illuminati, bro.
Illuminati. Oh yeah, speaking of Illuminati, we got a new addition to the We Cool Game Wall of Fame.
Don't know.
The second best Nigerian of all time
Gunning for first.
with a. I was gonna say with a bullet,
You
but no, I said that's. I was gonna say with a bullet, but that's a pause. Anyway, Kobe Bean.
KD on my back.
Come on.
But level of concern, Lakers. What you got to
It's
say?
out of 10. I'll probably say 5, 6.
Mine's at like a 4, 3.
Man's
It
about,
depends.
man's about 5.
And now, man, it's Russ. Like, Russ is.
Yeah, fam. It's really fam.
It's really up to Russ.
It's
All
really.
they got to do for me is beat these bad teams, innit? I'll accept 1 or 2 slip-ups during this period, like the OKC one. But generally, beat all these easy teams. I don't care how. I don't care if you have to go double overtime. I don't care if they come back and I don't care if it looks unimpressive. Just get the wins. Because it's all scenarios that make you battle-tested and trust each other more. And it's better to do that when you're winning than losing. And then I have to hear every night, yeah, it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Like, no. You don't need to be in a position where you're chasing getting in the playoffs or chasing a 4th or 5th seed, blah, blah, blah. So I got an easy schedule against like Houston twice. I think OKC again. Then I think Portland, but they're not even playing that well at the moment.
Then after that,
So-
you play the Hornets. That's in the night.
Yeah, that's a 50-50 game. They're young. They're playing well. But we'll see. Nets. Level of concern.
6.
Yeah.
Mine's a 6.
I'm about a 6.
Mine's a 6, 7.
Yeah, 6, 7.
For a few reasons.
Defensively, it's been trash, bro.
You know what? Yeah. You know, people like the media have tried to make have made a thing about Kyrie Irving's impact. Like he doesn't do well. He only done well because of LeBron. Like
Kyrie's missed.
yeah, as in when Kyrie's not on your team and he's not playing, versus when he's not playing, is glaring.
I think I agree with you, but I think we all thought KD and Harden
Yeah.
would be enough.
But there's a rule change as well.
There's the rule change, and now I'm starting to see, it's a bit X because you traded people like Dinwiddie and stuff that would have actually been
Beneficial.
beneficial and extra buckets and extra scoring if this Kyrie thing had happened. Obviously, you can't have your cake and eat it. You can't have Kyrie, Harden, Dinwiddie, and all of that. So now Kyrie is gone. James Harden was converted into a point guard last season. He's now a point guard this season. Now, I thought watching James Harden, I know there's the rule changes and all of that, and he's getting less foul calls and stuff. And this is slightly my flaw, the flaw I've always had with the way James Harden plays. For me, for a good shooter, doesn't take enough mid-range at all.
He just needs to get used to it. I think once you get used to it, then that will come up.
But if he took the mid-range and wasn't so dependent on being clever and Xing the rules, then this wouldn't actually be a problem. Do you think if the rules changed for Kobe Bryant, do you think if they took away free throws, you're going to see, this much of a dip in his points?
Do you know what? That's the first thing the first thing that come to mind, was all these old heads that say you couldn't have played in my era look great right now. Because a little change to the rules.
Exactly.
And they're looking at James Harden looking like a completely different player. And in previous eras, these fouls that you're getting weren't getting called. Yeah. So they look great. The older players look great. And it does give credence to it. Like you saying you can play in this era, like a lot of players have prolonged careers because of the rule changes.
But of course, certain men are still, they're still going to say numbers with the rule change, like KD's, like he's still getting 30.
Because KD
scores
from anywhere. Steph's a sniper, and he takes a lot of shots as well. Like, man's gonna take 11 threes, and then make 5. So that's already 15 points. Like, man's going to get slow. Like, Steph's going to take 22 shots a game. It's not like he's going to, let you off and have like 11 and dish it out and all that. Nah, man's coming for your throat. So that's why his scoring is going to stay the same.
For Steph Curry to take that many threes, and his field goal percentage for his career is near like 50%. Exactly. It might be about 49. Yeah. That is wild. That is wild. If Steph Curry leads Golden State to one more chip, the top 10 conversation has to be a conversation. It's already a conversation now, but it needs to be a fully a conversation.
I don't want to really come off James Harden though, because I do expect his numbers to come up, but I almost feel like I hate to say it, but it's like Brooklyn might need to trade Kyrie.
Yes.
And in terms of what they get back, I personally would get a point guard to take the playmaking off James Harden, because he's going to do it anyway because of the way he plays. He's not going to automatically stop passing. But at the end of the day, it's just like the reason we thought that KD and James Harden could do it is because we thought they could combine for 60. And this version of James Harden doesn't look like...
He's averaging like 16.5.
It's not even that. I even watch the games and I'm watching the way he's playing. It's like taking 16 shots ain't gonna... Taking 16 shots, that's not gonna do it. I know, this guy's got 10, this guy's got... Yeah, he's sharing the wealth. Yeah, he's getting other people involved. But like, to be honest, it's just like, look, Blake Griffin's still good, but he's not old Blake Griffin. LaMarcus, still good. He's not that. It's like you two are all bust.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, for real.
Like, what LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin need to be doing is like, we have a big night on top of what you're doing. That's when it's a wrap. Even look at Brooklyn's games. They're not even scoring as much as last year. Obviously, Kyrie takes the scoring down, and I think they've even had to play differently. Like, last season, they could literally put so much pressure on you because they're scoring so much that, one, it makes you lot nervous, and it forces you to make mistakes, it forces you to miss, it forces you to make turnover, and you couldn't keep up with their scoring. And it meant that they could play defense timely.
Yeah.
Now they're in a game all the time.
Yeah, they have to play defense.
They're in a game every game.
Yeah.
It's even against the Pacers, like they will lose by like 4 or something. These guys to come.
I watched the end of that game.
Yeah.
And by
the full game was done.
And by the way, like, you see Kyrie going, like, it's a big, like, I don't know if it's because of the way he portrays himself or whatever, but they're trying to move like it's not a big deal. But it's a big deal. Like,
some people are saying if they don't win, he's cost them a championship. I've seen that float around. So that's not saying. So they're saying it's a big deal, but I get what you're saying.
Kyrie averaged 50, 40, 90 last year, by the way.
Yep.
And that's just gone now. Like,
that's because. But the reason we thought that it would be okay is because they were a toenail away from winning it all. You all told me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, exactly. So really, if he was a toenail away and James Harden was hobbled, then we shouldn't let's not do revisionist here. I get Kyrie's a big deal, but I am not gonna have this be an excuse because it's not an excuse that KD and James Harden can get it done. So I'm only interested in looking into what they can do to get it done with just them two, because I don't think Kyrie's gonna come back.
What did we?
I don't think he's getting vaccinated.
Did we say that? KD can KD and James Harden win a chip by themselves without Kyrie? I think so. I don't think so.
Bruv.
Yeah.
Watch the tape, bruv. You're about to dig yourself in a hole, bruv. Just a couple weeks ago, we all said that they were capable by themselves.
They were capable. They can do it, but are you banking on them to do it?
What I said
they were still the favourites.
Yeah.
Now that ball's been played and it's been 2 weeks, everyone wants to have revisionist. Before any ball got dribbled and we came in. Kyrie wasn't playing anymore. We all said that the Nets were still the favourites.
Yes.
So we're not going to move the goalposts and change the expectation. We need to look into what they can do with them now to get it done. And I think James Harden needs to get into old James Harden scoring mode next to, because KD's going to be all right by himself anyway. The way he plays, how great he is, he's going to be all right. But James Harden, the flip needs to switch, bro.
Yeah, he needs to get in the game, bro.
That 25 points, it needs to be closer to 28, 29 on a nightly basis.
But he did have 29 yesterday. So.
He did.
Yeah.
He's had him in the last 2 games.
Nah. Versus the Heat, he only had 14 versus
14 points.
Was yesterday the Pacers?
He's moving like Melo.
Yeah.
Man's moving like Melo. He needs to sort it out.
Yeah.
Do you still think it's all three of them teams' favourites? Or is someone else?
What? Lakers, Bucks, Nets.
I'm throwing Golden
Warriors,
State.
Yeah, throwing Golden State as well.
Warriors.
I love the way Golden State play. I can't lie. They're a joy to watch, as you would say in soccer.
Hey.
But football.
They're still clear to come back as well, so.
Exactly. Just the way they move it, the cuts they make, and something. It's just nice to just see. And then you got Steph just throwing daggers.
Yeah. To compare this Golden State team to last year's one, this one seems like a proper Golden State team.
Yeah.
Golden State, like, they have bare fun when they're playing. It's
last year, Steph had to be Allen Iverson.
I remember there was one game that Steph had versus the Clippers, or was hitting some mad threes from like way out.
It was their second
game.
Their
where
second game.
Where they were like, where he's like, pull up from where him and PG were like, pull up from the logo. Yeah.
Shout out my cousin, though, a Clippers fan. Messaged me since your team started playing basketball and started losing. Like I told you, bro. Get ready for the play-in. It's looking like you're not even gonna do that. You're talking nonsense about my team. I said, fam, stay out of grown folk business. We're not doing the same thing this time. And because you suck, Kawhi's not gonna come back. So we might not put his jersey up again for the whole year. It might be banned.
Is it? I actually didn't even want to put it up. I was like, you better just stay there, bruv. I hear you still. Now that Kawhi is injured on the show, Clippers are done.
Done. This is all it's gonna be. Like every night they have to compete. Like the West is not a joke. It's not. It's like, bruv. Anyway,
and I just think a lot of it is mental as well. And it's like, man ain't worried about Paul George. It sounds deep, but no one's worried about Paul George.
Not like that. Like
that's not even me being rude, but it's like,
look, they're gonna win some games, but it's like, look, are they? I'm not surprised they're 1-4.
I think they're gonna be hovering over 500. To be fair,
exactly. There's no shame in that. Just stay out of grown folk business. You know what I'm saying? For this year.
What do you think of the snubs for the
top 75?
Yeah.
I thought.
Do you think Clay should have gone it?
Hell no, man.
I thought Klay Thompson and Anthony Davis. No, sorry. Klay Thompson and Dwight Howard definitely should have been in it. There was other people where I was like, if you were in it, I wouldn't care that much. But if you're not, I could argue for you not to be. And that's where people like Kyrie and, to be honest, a guy like Anthony Davis being like, if he wasn't in it, I would have.
Yeah, sure. Like Dwight should have been there before him.
Exactly. But like, if you got a man like Patrick Ewing in, I think you should have Dwight Howard in.
Hold on.
What
has Anthony Davis done to warrant him being a top 75? Top 7.
He's like he's like 8-time All-Star.
He's an 8-time All-Star.
Three-time was All NBA. He's
got a chip.
Oh yeah.
Tanner, are you crazy?
He doesn't deserve. I don't know, man.
Are you mad?
Nah, he deserves to be there, but not before Dwight.
I don't know, man.
Like
Dwight Howard should be there.
This is the thing, though. They had a top 50 list in the 90s. They didn't take anyone from that off, so they only added 25 people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just added 25 people. That's why it becomes difficult. Because I can't attack all them old pre-existing. You get what I'm saying? That's why it gets weird, isn't it?
Where was Kawhi?
Kawhi was in it.
Kawhi's there.
So you're literally saying, who's the 25 people from, 1996 onwards that should get in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Kobe, LeBron, Duncan.
Exactly. There's almost like 10, 11 where it's just like you...
Certain,
back, like certain. They're in. And then it gets...
It gets like Anthony Davis's, the Russells.
Because didn't Dame Lillard get in?
Yeah.
If you flip him and
how
Klay
he got
Thompson,
I don't know how he got there, but...
I do. Dame Lillard's cold.
Yeah, of course he's cold, but... It's over the
It
wire.
can't all just be Well,
True, yeah.
okay, accomplishments can be in it, but you have to take talent in it as well, and situations. And I think they did that with a Dame Lillard. But
Do you think Dame's better than Kyrie?
Hmm?
Do you think Dame's better than Kyrie skill for skill?
I think Kyrie's more skillful, but
Dame's a better leader. I think
Dame's probably a better leader. If you're asking me overall who you think's better, I literally, and this is not a cop-out, I literally have them on literally the same kind of level when it comes to point guards. They're both in my top 5
I think
in the league now.
I can see why it's a hard argument, because where Kyrie lacks in leadership, he makes up for it with skill, and where Dame lacks in skill, he's better in leadership. So Dame is not as skilled as Kyrie in terms of like the handles and all that shooting ability and all that, but he's a better leader of...
Maybe he might be able to shoot just as good. Damian Lillard's range is mad.
Oh, no, I'm talking about handles. I'm talking like Kyrie's clear, but in terms of the shooting, it's about neck and neck. It's about neck and neck. Like Kyrie's a 3-point champ. Yeah, Kyrie's that's what I'm saying. Like Kyrie is not a joke, man. But no. I think Dame is just a better leader. I think that's where I'll give him the nod. That's because when it comes to
they're both better than Russ.
Yeah, they're both better than Russ. Yeah.
I've always thought they were both better than Russ. Even peak Russ.
But people are saying that Russ is top 10 point guards. If he's not better than Kyrie and Dame Lillard, then what? He's definitely not top 10.
What, in the league?
No, of all time. People say that Russ is top 10 point guards of all time. But if you're saying here on air that he's not better than Dame and he's not better than Kyrie, then he's definitely not top 10 then.
The reason that's frivolous is because... No, it's frivolous because... If he wins with the Lakers this year, he's in the top 10. He's in the top 10. He might even be close to the top. This guy's averaged a triple-double for 3 years. He's been an MVP. Like, that's why, and this is why I say don't put everything on championships. Because man will win one this year with Anthony Davis and thing. And what could you be able to say?
What, that he's not better than...
Magic, what would you be able to say?
That he's not better than Magic, Isaiah, Steph Curry.
Why is he not better than Isaiah Thomas?
Because he's won 2 back-to-back championships in the finals.
All right. Has he averaged a triple-double for 3 years?
Oh my...
Has he been a league MVP?
Are you saying...
Has he been a league MVP? Like, listen, no, I'm saying I could do this with Russell Westbrook now.
Are you
if he wins the championship.
Are you really going to say with a straight face that... Russell Westbrook is a better all-time point guard than Isaiah Thomas from the Bad Boy Pistons? Are you going to say that with a straight face? You have time to think about this statement. You have time.
Bro, go watch Isaiah Thomas. Go watch Russell Westbrook. Take away everything you know about accolades and tell me he's better.
Why did you have to do that?
No, because this is why I stopped short in it. Because this is why you shouldn't base everything on champion. Because... Bruv, man will win one with the Lakers, and then what now?
Okay. Put like this, yeah?
Juice me.
What, do you want Jack? You want Jack? Or do you want Ray? Just juice. Oh. I ain't forgot, you know. I'm about to get onto your boy Russell Westbrook.
Go on.
I'm about to get onto your boy Russell Westbrook. Yeah, fam. Oh, man, fam. What's that? Yeah, man. Listen.
Let's stay on the point. No, you said he's not.
He's not better than Isaiah Thomas.
You said no, but you said he's not top 10. But then if he wins a championship, he definitely is.
top 10.
Even if he's just the third wheel on the team.
Oh yeah,
and doesn't play that.
The point I was gonna make
in the finals.
The point I was gonna make is in Isaiah Thomas's era, the only point guard that was better than him was Magic Johnson, who was a top 5 player. Yeah. In Russell Westbrook's era, he's not better than Steph. He's not better than Dame. He's not better than Kyrie. But you want to catapult him. He's not better than Chris Paul, but you want to catapult him into top 10 point guards of all time. Top 5 if he wins a chip. Let's make it make sense. No. He's not better than Jason Kidd.
Was it not the big man era when Isaiah was playing?
Yeah, it was.
Guards weren't as celebrated as they are now. There's bare guards now, bro, and there's no bigs. Before, there weren't point guards like what? Isaiah, Stockton, Magic. Then what?
Mark Jackson.
Not a premier player in the year, but a good point guard. You're gonna name bare good point guards, but they're not the stars of the league. Now the stars of the league are point guards. So you're gonna blame man because his era, has got smaller, bruv. That's a washed argument, fam.
But he's won back-to-back chips, so no, he's not.
No.
If you want to say Russ is more talented than him, fine.
All I'm saying is you need to review how you rank players.
No, but
because what's gonna happen is that someone you hate, like Russell Westbrook, or in the future, even if he doesn't, will win a chip, and then all of a sudden will have to be in like your top 10 now because. It's the be-all, end-all.
It's not the be-all, end-all.
Anyway, bro, we're going to spend time arguing on this. I wanted to get into Ja Morant. Favourite to get MIP. Most improved player. He's jumped from like 18 to 30 points. I don't think he's going to stay at 30. But I think he... 35. Huh?
Max will be like 35 again.
They'll give it to him.
You think he'll average 35 points this season?
Max, he can get 35.
No.
He could average 30 on that Memphis team, though.
No. That's coming down to a high 20s.
Because deep last year, Steph were like 33 last year.
Steph can shoot.
I look at Ja Morant like a like a mini Russell Westbrook.
He is, but I think he's a better floor. He's a better floor general, and he's a better shooter than Russell Westbrook. But he's not. I don't think he's a cold shooter yet. He's a good shooter. It's weird. People will confuse you being able to make shots because you can score when you're feeling it to man being a shooter like that, a sniper. I don't think he's that, but he'll shoot it when he's feeling it. But that's not his game. He gets to the rim.
He seems to have a good impact on his team, though.
He does.
Yeah, but like he has a green light to do whatever he wants. Like he's one of those teams where ball in his hand 90% of the time.
Of course.
So
Memphis haven't had a show like this since forever.
Since Mark was on them.
Nah, I said since forever. I said like this. That wasn't a show. What, Grit and Grind? Zebo in that. That wasn't a show. I said a show, bro.
What do you know about Zebo?
Yeah, bro. What, Zebo in that? Nah, bro. It wasn't pretty.
That is funny.
It wasn't exciting.
So he might most improved players Lonzo still. Do it again.
Round of applause for Lonzo Ball, though.
He ain't MIP, though. He ain't put up MIP numbers. He's still putting up Lonzo numbers.
He looks right at home.
He's looking at home. He's looking right at home.
So now we can actually see, if you get Chicago to the playoffs, then I can look at you.
It's a collective, though. They've got so many things going. Like, DeMar DeRozan is playing cold.
But he missed that last second shoot. He airballed the last second shot, though, versus...
Fam, they're still figuring it out who's gonna be their closer. They're still like, the reason why I'm not even worried about these lot, is because like a lot of teams at Chicago are still figuring it out. But they seem they seem to have like a good with like Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Lonzo. You have a solid consistency that you'll get from them.
Everyone's eating. The second unit looks good. They got Caruso. He's gonna always play in a big market.
You know what's mad? I don't know. One thing you have to give Lonzo, is his unselfishness. Is actually, you can actually see it. Like, he's not bothered about.
Yeah.
He's not
To a
bothered.
fault, I
Yeah.
think.
Like, that's what makes him so compatible in terms of whatever team he goes to. Like, he doesn't have to worry about his guard, his two guard or his small forward not getting touches because he'll give the ball. Like, I think it's refreshing to watch.
It is, but sometimes I think it lets games pass him by a bit, but he needs to work out like when you have to. Because his brother already has it. Even to a fault. Like, sometimes it won't even work, but it's like LaMelo knows when to push the issue. He knows when his team needs him to score a basket.
But I feel like in Charlotte, yeah, they kind of allowed LaMelo to be the guy. Whereas Lonzo drafted to the Lakers, he had to kind of let
He's
LeBron.
not at the Lakers anymore, bro. It was years ago, bro.
Yes,
Get
but
over it, bro.
No, but
You had a youth now as well, bro. You're a dad. Like, you're a man. Like,
no,
bro.
it's not even that. It's not even that. But it's a thing where it's like, okay, cool. He had to accommodate to LeBron. He's moved to New Orleans. He has to kind of accommodate Zion.
LeBron came in his second year, bro. His rookie year, he weren't.
Fam,
looking like his
what are
man.
we expecting? He wasn't. But I'm not even saying that Lonzo could look like LaMelo. But the way in which he could impact games, he doesn't even need to look like LaMelo.
I think they're different players. Lonzo is more of a traditional point guard. LaMelo is more of this new breed.
Yeah.
So LaMelo knows when he's got to get buckets. Like, I check now, he probably is. I know LaMelo's averaging 20 right now.
17.3.
17.3. That's because he had a few games where he's got like 9 points and that. But
last game he had 6 and other game he had 7.
yeah, he's had 2 stinkers. But the games I've watched him, he's had like 31, like 25 and all of that. So I think LaMelo will always average 15 plus into 20 points, I think.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for Lonzo Ball to see that stat line for a season. Just give me 16, 7, and 7.
Do you know what it is?
And what's he at now? What, 12?
Do you know what it is with Lonzo?
I knew it. It's felt like that. I said Lonzo's doing Lonzo things. It's like, I know you're Colt, but it's just like, bruv, they just needs... But then again, he's got a lot of weapons at Chicago, so I'm not going to put that pressure on him. You've got Vukovic, you've got Kobe White, you've got Zach LaVine, you've got DeMar DeRozan, like there's bare people.
Yeah,
there's a couple casuals whose names I will learn in a couple of weeks that are doing some stuff in the games I've been seeing. But
I think with Lonzo, yeah, I think now, because of the team he has, his numbers won't really matter like that.
But they do matter.
They matter, but they don't matter because he's gonna be.
When he's left off the 125 list in 25 years ago.
Nah.
He's left on it because his numbers.
Nah, you know what? I think just because if he makes DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine better players, his numbers won't really matter because he'll be giving you elite level defense.
True.
And that's what I'm saying. If we're talking about, obviously it's a bit early, but let's see how Chicago do because
I said they're making the playoffs.
I think if you want to play winning basketball, which Chicago appear to be doing, Lonzo Ball is a better fit for that than Russell Westbrook. And I appear to be right now.
Right now.
Man's out here committing 10 turnovers and that, but you man don't want to say nothing.
Who's more likely to win the chip? Lakers or the Chicago Bulls?
Lakers.
Shut up then.
Is that because of Russ?
Bro,
the reason why you
it doesn't matter. It don't matter.
You might not win it this year, and I can guarantee you it'll probably be because of Russ.
I'm a bit more confident now as long as Kyrie stays unvaccinated. Bit more. I've seen we've got teething problems, but you know, I think we'll get there. As long as LBJ touch wood stays healthy.
Yeah, LeBron pulling up for the logo.
Also, you watched the game where he was injured. Yeah. I made sure I watched that because I wanted to see what Russ and AD were going to do.
Yeah, sure. I think Russ had 33 and AD had like 36 or something like that.
Took all the shots for the team. I love that stuff. They got the W though. If they lost, I would have been criticising them. But
so you're not worried about your Lakers?
No, not yet. Not yet.
It's still early. Like,
Yeah,
still
it's still
early.
early as well. That's what I'm
It's only
saying.
been 6 games.
yeah.
Apart, if it weren't for the loss against OKC, I'd be telling you. So we lost to Golden State and the Suns.
Oh yeah, Russ is a dunce. What he
Oh, when he got angry at
Yeah,
that
it's
guy.
like,
Yeah,
bruv.
he's like, yeah, you're a waste man for that. I can't lie, bro. Like, bro, stop him in the game, bro. All that running up the clock and getting angry. It's like,
Yeah,
bro,
man.
do your thing in the game. If you were winning, then I know you wouldn't probably do that yourself, but you wouldn't get as angry. So, bro,
And you were up by 26. Like, I don't get it. You were up by 26. Like, just relax.
bruv, it was 41-18, I think, after the first quarter.
Yeah, something down bench. Trying to give his eyes down.
So that just tells me that, yeah, you lot thought, yeah, we're good, we're lit, we lit, and then you lost. Can allow that to happen now. What we got coming up this week in terms of games? Is there anything that stands out?
Games.
I know we got 2 games against Houston, so I can look at young Jalen
Yeah,
Green.
we got
Back-to-back,
we got
yeah.
Portland and the Hornets tonight.
There's not really.
That's
any
all
games.
right.
That sounds like
That's
yeah,
all right.
Thursday.
LaMelo versus Dame.
On Thursday, Hornets versus Warriors.
We got Jazz
That's
versus
all right.
we got Jazz versus the Bucks tonight as well.
That's all right. Gobert's been averaging 17 and 18.
Ain't no worried about him.
I'm not. Yeah, I expect that to come down.
Hey, you know what?
I'll talk about it if I look up in April and he's still doing that. I'll talk about it in a minute. Until then,
Do you know what made me laugh the other day? I was scrolling through the We Cool Game Instagram, yeah, and I saw the post about Pascal Siakam, and I was dying. I was thinking, right, the Raptors are struggling now. You're just there.
Pascal Siakam ain't gonna get a mention on We Cool Game for ages, ages, bro. Toronto, whew, what it do?
What it do, baby? Right.
Yeah.
I know them that were probably begging Kawhi.
Well, those are the best games this week.
Yeah, this is kind of dry still.
Is it?
Yeah.
Bro.
Alright, cool, bro. Well, obviously, Lakers, we got a double header against the number 2 pick, Jalen Green. Young Mamba disciple. Gonna probably drop 30 on us in an L. I like to see it. But anyway, signing out this week. We Cool Game. Once again, remember to like, subscribe, comment. Do that on all the socials. Follow us. And again, that's it.
Signing out.